Welcome to the 3D Printing Club Fall 2021 Callout. The officers of the club are Lynn as president, Corey as vice, Francis as treasurer, Will as secretary, and Andrew as our lab manager. Our lab is located in Armstrong Hall B098, the demonstration studio. 3D PC will be operating in a hybrid fashion. That means you'll be in person as well as online. With that format, 3D PC will still be open to members for support and prints. Only supervisors will be allowed in the lab. Members can come by only by appointment. And we will use Discord to start and manage any member prints. Finished parts will be dropped off at 3D PC's Dropbox. Our drop-off location is Armstrong Hall, the first floor, across the stairs that lead down to Amelia's Cafe. Resources. 3PC has a lot of resources that you can utilize to create some awesome projects. In terms of communication, we have three main ways of communicating. Our first way is email. print3d@purdue.edu is our club email. We check this a few times a week, and this is good for contacting us for non-immediate or long questions or answers. Then we have our Slack. There will be a QR code at the end to join our Slack. This is the main form of communication. This is good for immediate or short questions and answers. Finally, we have our Discord. Again, there's going to be a QR code at the end, and this is where we will hold workshop, lessons, meetings, and where members will go to start their print jobs and check up on them. All of these sources can be found on our website, purdue3dpc.org. In terms of printers, we have 18 FDM and 2 SLA 3D printers. FDM printing is the regular plastic printing, and SLA printing is the resin. We have 3 flash forges, 2 Dremels, 2 Ultimakers, 3 Tazes, 5 Prusa Minis, a Prusa MK 2.5S, a Prusa MK3, a Race 3D Pro 2, 2 Formlab printers or Forms, those are SLA, and a Piapoli Phenom L by request. The last printer there is a large format resin printer that's available to use by request. We also provide some CAD support. If you need help with CAD or anything 3D printing, feel free to enter the Discord to get answers from a supervisor on shift. We also can meet with you outside of our operating hours by request. And again, everything will be done mainly on Discord and Slack. So if you have a question, come to our Discord or type it into the Slack. Member involvement. What can members do and how can they get involved with the club? A member is someone who uses 3D PC resources for academic, research, or personal projects, attends any 3D PC activities. Those activities could be workshops, lessons, and anything else like that. This semester, PLA or PLA plastic printing is free. We only use Matter Hackers PLA. No personal filaments due to COVID, so we cannot accept any personal filament. And it's a first come, first served basis. SLA or resin printing is 30 cents per milliliter used. They will have longer wait times due to the process, but it is the same job submission process as PLA printing. The job submission process. First, members will need to enter the Discord and speak with a supervisor on shift. The supervisor will ask to see your model that you're trying to print. And this is to tell you right away if your model needs to be repaired or remodeled for 3D printing, or if it's too big to fit on our printers. Any issues, they will tell you right there and then. Once the supervisor sees your model and approves it, they will send you a link to our Google form and you will fill that out with the supervisor. The Google form asks you for your name, your email, what you're trying to print, and that is where you will also upload your part files. Once you've completed that Google form, all you need to do is wait for your parts to be printed. The second you click on that submit on that Google form, a supervisor will start your print job. If there are no printers available in the lab, they will tell you on the Discord, and you will need to come back later to start one. This is so we avoid a giant queue. The last thing to do is just pick up your parts. Once your parts have been printed out, a supervisor will email you telling you that your parts are ready to be picked up from our drop box. And again, our drop box is located on the first floor of ARMS. We will start accepting print jobs on September 6th. Getting help. Again, if you need help with 3D printing, CAD, whatever, please, again, enter our Discord, speak to a supervisor on shift, and ask any questions you may have. Supervisor involvement. What is a supervisor and what do they do? A supervisor is someone who is part of the leadership team that operates and maintains the printers. They lead member activities, attend supervisor meetings, helps any member with CAD or 3D printing support, and has 24/7 access to the lab. They also work on supervisor projects for the club. And no previous knowledge is needed to become a supervisor. We need supervisors. We're actually looking for supervisors right now. CAD teachers, outreach participants. We do some outreach and we need some more participants. And anyone interested in running 3D printers. Again, there's no previous knowledge needed to become a supervisor. Supervisor responsibilities. You'll have to complete some training prior to being allowed in the lab and operating the printers. The dates and times will be sent out after the supervisor application closes. Supervisors will hold shifts in the lab and on Discord to help members start jobs, answer questions, and manage all the printers. They will also maintain lab cleanliness and safety. They attend supervisor meetings, and that brings us to our supervisor meetings. The supervisor meetings are in person. They will most likely be in our lab. We will talk about how the club is running with improvements or concerns, but if you are a member and you do have a suggestion for improvement or you have some sort of concern, we welcome those as well. Feel free to contact any of the officers with any improvements or concerns you may have for the club. We will work on supervisor projects, learn CAD and 3D printing, and only supervisor projects will meet weekly or bi-weekly. We may have some online meetings as needed, but other than that, that is how supervisor meetings will go. And again, no previous knowledge is needed to become a supervisor. The new supervisor's process. So if you want to become a supervisor, this is how you do it. 1, Google form. You have to fill out the supervisor form on our website with reasons why you want to be a supervisor. It's just going to ask you your interest, your knowledge, and what year you are, major, things like that. We don't really turn anyone away. The only reason we deny someone from becoming a supervisor is because of the amount of people we have to apply. We have never really done that, so don't be afraid to apply. Then you'll wait for an email. So once applications are read, new supervisors will be emailed. And then we will have our first supervisor meeting in person. This first supervisor meeting will bring all of the supervisors together, and we will be building Prusa mini bases. If you don't know what those are, that's completely fine. I don't expect you to. Pretty much what we'll be doing is we'll be taking 5 of our printers and modifying them. There will be a QR code to the supervisor meeting at the end, or supervisor application at the end. And the deadline to apply is September 3rd. On our website as well, there is a button to apply. So again, there will be a QR code at the end to our supervisor application. Outreach. 3DPC does some outreach to give back to the community. With that, we do Coder Dojo. We work with grades 5 through 12 on teaching Onshape CAD and 3D printing. We meet every other Monday at the Lynn Trees Boys and Girls Club from 4 to 5 p.m. and transportation is provided. Then we also do Algebra by the 7th grade. We work with grades 3 through 7 on various different things. Scratch is for 3rd graders, Microbit is for 4th, CAD and 3D printing is for 5th and 6th, and then 7th graders actually do laser cutting at the Bechtel Innovation Design Center. These pictures here are just a few examples of the things that we teach the students how to make. If you are interested in participating in outreach, please contact Francis O'Leary or Lynn Shu on Discord or Slack to get some more information on how you can join. Thank you. If you have any questions, please email us at print3d@purdue.edu. You also can message any of us on the Slack and we'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Again, supervisor applications will be posted on the website and the deadline to apply is September 3rd at 12 p.m. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you at the club.